वासुदेवाय नमः। ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं Hare Krishna. So today we'll see verse number 5. Krishna is explained about the divine qualities and the demoniac qualities. Now from this verse, Krishna sort of gives comparison of the two and more about the demonic qualities. So let us see this verse. Okay. Devi sampad vimokshaya
Devi Sampad Vimokshaya
nimbandha nibandhaya surimata
Nibandhaya Surimata
masu chaha sampadam devim
Masu Chaha Sampadam Devim
abhijato asipandava.
Avijato Ashipandava.
Okay, please chant.
Devi Sampad Vimokshaya Nivadaya Surimata Masu Cha Sampadam Devim Avijito Asi Pandava.
दैवी सम्पद् विमोक्षाय निबन्धाय सुरीमता मासु च सम्पदं दैवीम् अभिजातो असि पाण्डव।
दैवी संपत्ति मोक्षाय निबंधाय सुरीमता माशु च संपदं दैवीम् अभिजातो असि पांडव.
Abhijata. Translation and purport. The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas demoniac qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu. You are born with divine qualities. Purport. Lord encouraged Arjuna by telling him that he was not born of demoniac qualities. His involvement in fighting was not demoniac because he was considering pros and cons. He was considering whether respectable persons such as Bhishma and Drona should be killed or not. So he was not acting under the influence of anger, false prestige, or harshness. Therefore, he was not of quality of demon. For a Kshatriya, a military man, shooting arrows at enemy is considered transcendental, and refraining from such duty is demoniac. Therefore, there was no cause for Arjuna to lament. Anyone who performs the regulative principles of different orders of life is transcendentally situated. Okay, so we discussed in last 2-3 classes that we have both the qualities Devi and Asuri as a human being. So that's why human birth is very important, because here you have a choice of going to the higher or lower. The more better chance is going to the higher planets by using the free will correctly. So Krishna says that by the divine qualities, you can go upwards. You can go upwards to the higher planets, or you can also go beyond the material world. So liberation. But the demonic qualities, like Srila Prabhupada said, road to hell. It's it binds us to this material world, and also it induces us to do the activities which are against the dharma, or which are against the shastra. And when we do activities against the shastra, then we are going for bondage. And how is that bondage? Either you will take birth among the lower species of life by doing the wrong activities. So the here Arjuna may have questioned, like, because he has come for uh, in the war and he's going to fight. and he's going to shoot arrows and or maybe kill his seniors and even his guru Dronacharya or Bhishma uh, and his relatives. So he may think that, oh, in that way, if I think from this, I am doing this. The last verse said pride, arrogance, conceit, harshness. So Arjuna may think, oh my God, what I am doing is also demoniac because I am uh, maybe out of anger I am doing all these things because the Kauravas insulted Draupadi. So I'm doing out of um, covetousness or take revenge and anger. So I am also demonic quality. So Krishna is telling that you don't worry because you have born with divine qualities. The important word here is abhijataha, born. So the time at which we are born also plays a important role. So if the time is auspicious, you are born with the good qualities. But if the time is inauspicious, not a good time, then there are chances of having the demoniac qualities. So all the times are not same. That's why in this world, all people are not good. There are people who are good, people who are bad, because they have that nature. uh, so Krishna is telling to Arjuna that you don't have to worry because you are thinking before your action. And that's why you are not bound by your action. So this is very important instruction. So when we do any activities in this world, uh, that's why we have to think before we act. Uh, If our intentions of any action are not correct, when I say not correct by Shastra, uh, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra are the three things or three angles through which we should think of our action. So if we are doing any action which is not recommended in these three, then it is not as per the expectation. So in that you are going to get karma or bondage. So if I do any action out of anger, uh, if I do any action where my intention is to hurt the next person or to hurt somebody, uh, or to show my position or to show my opulence or to show, when I say I show my opulence, that means I am in one way trying to show that you are lesser than me. So that is a anger, not anger, sorry, that is abhiman or ahankar. Uh, So other way around, we have to always think what I am doing and what it's impacting on the other person. So when we do activities like this, then our intentions are not good. And when the intentions are not good, those intentions make us to do action now. And also by doing that action, we get further bondage. So we get inclination to do the same activity again. So if I do some activity to say um, hurt somebody, okay, my intention is not to enjoy this, but my intention is to show somebody third person that see I am a great person or I can do whatever I want. I don't need you or you are not like me, something like this. If my intention is like that, what happens? If I do that activity and that third person gets hurt, my intention was to hurt him. Okay, so I when he gets hurt, I feel happy. Okay, I said, okay, what I wanted, I have done. He's getting hurt, so I am happy. I get a happiness, and this happiness is the thing that makes us to do the same activity next time because the mind knows that by doing such a thing you get happiness. So the mind says, okay, you do it again. So what happens if you do it again to hurt that somebody third person? Then it becomes a habit. So it binds you to do the same wrong thing again and again. This is as per the action. Plus, what's happening in our mind, these impressions are being created with every action that you do something like this, then somebody gets hurt, and then you feel happy. So this type of impression or sanskar is being made in our mind, and that creates future actions. In future, if somebody behaves wrongly with you, then you think, oh, that person is not behaving properly with me. I am feeling sad because of that person. So what to do to that person? So the same pattern will come out from the mind. Oh, you do something that hurts him. Okay, then I try to find out what we can I do to hurt that person so that he feels sad. So I do that activity. So like this, we keep on doing the activities, and this actually binds us. So the demonic qualities bound us. So harshness, conceit, pride, arrogance, anger, all these qualities bind us. So that's why the principle of dasanudas, servant of the servant, is very important, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told us that, Srila Prabhupada told us that, always think yourself to be a, a menial servant of everybody. Because when you have that mentality, there is very less chance of doing the demonic quality activities, because you don't think. If you even if you take great sages, or they are like that only, they think themselves of no value. And when you think like that, then you are the most valuable in the eyes of Krishna. Okay, so that is the difference. So the way you feel yourself humbler, and very simple, Krishna likes you. And the mercy comes like the water flows from top to bottom and it stays at bottom. Okay. So if you see a waterfall, the water will come down full force. And when it falls, at that place, there will be a deep place and the water stays there. So similarly, the God's mercy comes from top to bottom, and bottom it stays there. So when you think yourself simpler, most menial, uh, that I don't have any qualification, I'm not worthy of anything, but that should come not as a pretender, that should come from your heart. When it's the real feeling, then actually the mercy comes and stays there. In that situation, you will not do the demonic activities. Otherwise, every time you have to fight with your good and bad qualities, and uh, every time you have to choose. So this way, we all have different challenges in our life and different anarthas to fight with. But instead of going away, like Krishna has told Arjuna, that you are not doing wrong thing, because you are thinking pros and cons, what is good, what is bad, and what is my dharma, what is my shastra. Uh, that part you are acting, so you are not uh, doing a bad karma or demonic activity. Rather, if you don't do that, it's a problem. See, as a kshatriya, if you don't fight and run away from the war, that is a problem. That is actually demonic quality activity, because you are not doing what you are supposed to do. Okay, so if I am supposed to respect somebody, I have to do that, even if I want or not want. That is what Krishna is telling, that Arjuna, you want to fight or not is not a thing. Arjuna's first chapter was he don't want to fight. He kept his bow and arrow and spoke, I cannot fight, Krishna. So his decision was not to fight. But now Krishna is telling, what you want is not important, Arjuna. You want to fight or not. Important is what is correct. And now you have accepted what I am saying and you are ready to fight. So that is not demonic. But if you don't fight, that is demonic. So we have to judge our situation and our position very carefully and then act. Because if we do some actions in anger, we can immediately observe how the bad impact of that is. You suffer a lot. But even if angry, if you can control for that those 5 to 10 seconds, it's not time of 1 minute also. When you get angry, your mind gets impulses to do something, act, shout, or fight. or go away or something. That impulse is not of 1 minute. That impulse is of only 5 to 10 seconds. And if you can control that intelligently for 5 to 10 seconds, actually that will go away. Okay, so we have to try this thing. So because we don't want to do the demonic activities, because that bind us. Okay, so Krishna will tell more about these qualities and how the behavior of the person in these qualities in the next few shlokas. So we'll see them from tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So any comments? Anything anybody would like to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Then pranam.
Hare Krishna.
I really like the point you mentioned that if you get angry, if you can just control 5 or 10 seconds, that is the like impulse thing. Because in that 5-10 seconds only we tend to react like
Yeah.
in a very bad
Hmm.
way. If you can just control 5-10 seconds, then it will be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even there is a
Hmm.
yeah, sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, like I always hear from my mother that she says that whenever you're angry, you just drink water. You will cool down.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I was thinking that while drinking water, it takes around 5-10 seconds, and maybe this
Hmm.
is true that
Yeah.
it will
It's
cool down.
something that's one way of diverting the mind actually. Drink water or count 10 to, not count 1 to 10, but 10 to 1. Count reverse. It's just diverting the attention. That's the different tricks that our mothers used to tell us.
Yes, yes.
But more like if you say controlling anger, it looks difficult. But if you say, okay, 3 seconds I have to do not speak, that itself is enough. You can control 3 seconds. So it's very important. But everyone should try. I also try. Everybody should try to do.
Yes. And I have one question that regarding that you were saying that our intention should be good, like it should be as per Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra.
Mhm.
So that and our intention should not be that we should hurt someone or we should like in anger we are doing something so that we want to show
Mhm.
ourselves great or something like that. But
Mhm.
many times it happens that Prabhuji, our intention is good and we don't try to hurt anyone or we don't try to like show ourselves great or something. But many times it happens that the other person may take it in a wrong way. I don't know, maybe.
Mhm.
So in that situation, how to like because I'm like my intention is fine, like I'm doing as per Guru Sadhu Shastra, but how to deal in that situation?
Yeah, so sometimes this may happen, but one thing is my experience is like when we think that okay, I am right, means my intention is correct, but still if somebody is getting hurt, okay, because of my action, that means there must be some angle of thought that I have not touched on, because of which somebody is getting hurt. Okay, so next time when the similar situation happens, we have to think from a different angle also, not from our angle, maybe from the next person's angle more. That actually helps. And sometimes, yeah, even if you do that and the misunderstanding happens and all, the last first three verses tell that one is tolerance and one quality is simplicity. So simplicity is what? If I understand that somebody has got hurt by me, the simplicity is to go to that person and just explain what happened. Uh, um, you know now that somebody has hurt because of your action. So you acknowledge that okay, my action has impacted you or it has hurt you. But let me explain you why what happened and why I did. And even after that, if you think that I am wrong, then I accept that. But my intention was not to hurt. So that message should be conveyed in a simplicity, a very transparent way, because that is one of the divine qualities. So if you are simply simplistically and seriously and honestly communicating, that communication works. But that needs a lot of practice, maybe. Yeah, but more thought may be required if it is hurting, still hurting somebody. Because we cannot say that in all situation I am right. Right. So that is also a problem, right? If I am right, then but then how others getting hurt, right? Then we have to think more, maybe from more different angles.
Okay, understood. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for the enlightening words. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Any other points? Any other questions, reflections, anything? Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you.